Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna-krishnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhivan Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunvari Pachatarishitane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, welcome all the devotees. Welcome in Kartik Mas Mahamotsav. We are starting. We have started with a Brahma-saṁhitā. It's a very deep and very pleasing to all the devotees, even those who are coming first time in ISKCON or those who hear the Darshan Arti first time, then they will get mesmerized by hearing this Brahma-saṁhitā Darshan Arti. So Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So in the in the Darshan Arti we have two shlokas from the Brahma-saṁhitā itself. Venum Vadantam Aravinda. So I'm just starting with a brief introduction and then we'll see this 36 shloka. Actually, this Brahma-saṁhitā is the glorification of Lord Sri Krishna's uh, is all the features and all the his rupa, like Brahmaji is seeing the Lord and he is praising the Lord in this Brahma-saṁhitā. So basically, first Brahmaji was seeing the Lord, and why he could see the Lord, that is given in first 28 shlokas. First shloka he is telling about the yes, Lord is the Param Purush, like Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So Lord is the only one and only one who is the Parampita. And then Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. That is the main important shloka. And anywhere where we explain about the supremacy of the Lord, this shloka comes the first. So Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. It is given by the Brahmaji itself. That we explain by this shloka, first shloka, and Brahmaji also explains that in the first shloka. Brahmaji, who is the who was the creator of this universe, he only explains that Lord is the supreme. That is the bona fide authoritative statement given by Brahmaji, so that everyone should understand that yes, there is no any other supreme Lord. Only Lord Krishna is the supreme Lord. And then from the first second shloka to 28 shloka, Brahmaji tells that how he could get the darshan of the Lord. And from 29 shloka, he started with the praising the Lord. When he sees the Lord, automatically the praises and praiseworthy shlokas comes through his mouth, and he started glorifying the Supreme Lord. And where we start with the Brahma-saṁhitā. So the first shloka is Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karan. And then 29 shloka where our Brahma-saṁhitā starts. And today we are going to see the sixth shloka of that, seventh shloka, that is 36th shloka. Yad Bhava Bhavita. Yeah. So Yad Bhava Bhavita Dhiyo Manujas Tathaiva Samprapya Rupa Mahima Sanayana Bhusha Suktair Yama Eva Nigama Pratitai Stuvanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So these are all these shlokas from 29 onwards. These shlokas are the explanation, or they are the glorification of the Lord. So when we recite these shlokas, there is like just by reciting this shloka, Lord will get pleased, because these are the glorification of the Lord. Like how someone just means, if we don't know what we should pray, then these are the shlokas given by Creator Himself, that you can pray this. So these are the prayers or the praises which are sung by the Lord Brahma itself. And when we understand this and then we recite, then a more important, like how Rukmini Devi got attracted the Supreme Lord because she heard from the um, different munis and all those who are acharyas, those who used to come to the king of Vidarbha, and he she used to hear from them, and then she got attracted to the Krishna. Similarly, when we hear many important praiseworthy descriptions of the Supreme Lord from the Brahmaji itself, and daily when we hear by understanding its meaning, which is more important, then it will be very important and it will be memorized to us and it will be very uh, important in our devotional life also. So, in this shloka, we will try to understand the meaning of this shloka and how Brahmaji is giving this shloka, praising to the Lord through this shloka. So, yadbhava bhavitadiyo manujastathaiva samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhusha suktayamiva nigama pratitaistu vanti govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So in every shloka, the last line is same. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So that primeval Lord, who is the Param Pita, Param Purush, same Govinda. I adore the same Govinda, the primeval Lord, and then he starts the praising. In whose praise men who are imbued with devotion sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas by gaining their appropriate beauty, greatness, thrones, conveyances, and ornaments. So here, Lord is telling, Brahmaji is telling about the Supreme Lords and how he behave or uh, how he deals with his devotees and how devotees get the uh, how devotees are involved in the bhakti and all the devotional service. So here Brahmaji is telling Yad bhava bhavita diyo manujas tataiva. He's telling about all the manushas. Manujas means those who are the children of Manu. So Manushya. So one can only understand the Supreme Lord here, um, that when he is doing everything with a bhakti bhav. So yad bhava bhavita. So bhav is very important. That bhav means a consciousness. When we are practicing the devotional service, then our consciousness is very important. And when we are doing it with a full of consciousness with a Krishna, that Krishna consciousness, and then only um, we can understand the process or understand the Supreme Lord. And with this bhakti bhav only, one can go back to Godhead. So yad bhava bhavita diyo manujas tataiva samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhushan. So what we are doing? We are practicing devotional service. We are doing a devotion to the Supreme Lord Krishna. And what happens? Like just by doing this devotional service with a full of consciousness with the Krishna, uh, the devotees they get their own they get their own beauty, greatness, throne, conveniences, and ornaments. Those who are actual ornaments, like they get in the those who are there in the uh, their eternal what we can say. It's like their original form. So Mahima means they get the greatness, and Asana means thrones. Like it's in Sanskrit, it is a pada. So asana means they get their own position, we can say. So samprapya rupa mahima sanayana bhusha. They get very elaborate and their own original form they get, and they just get it just by understanding the Supreme Lord or just by seeing the Supreme Lord. How to see? With a bhakti bhav. When we do the devotional service, the full of consciousness to the Krishna. Suptaryameva nigama pratiyastuvanti. And with this, I praise to the and this all the they sing the mantra suktas told by the Vedas. Suktairiyam ivanigama pratitaistuvanti. They sing the mantra suktas, and by singing them, they will get this. All who are imbued with devotion, all the devotion with the bhakti bhav. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. That Govinda who is Adi Purush, primeval Lord, Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I am worshipping that Govinda, I adore the same Govinda who is Adi Purush, the primeval Lord. Okay, so in this way, in this shloka, Krishna, Brahmaji is telling about the very same. Brahmaji is telling about the about the Lord and his devotees. Lord, how he takes care of the devotees, and when the devotees try to practice the devotional service with a full of consciousness, how he gives them everything, and how the uh, devotees get their own beauty, and by just singing the mantra suktas. And here one thing we can understand, or one thing what uh, Brahmaji is telling about, that how the devotees will get their original position and all. Because see what happens, like as devotees are having a devotion to the Lord, so Krishna understands that these devotees, they are mine. When we practice the devotional service, then uh, we understand that okay, we are practicing because we are the devotees of the Lord. And Krishna understand it in a way that they are mine, they are my devotees. So even Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita also, man mana bhav mad bhakto madhyadi mam namaskuru. So Krishna tells that everything you give up and come to me, sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. So when we do that, Krishna thinks that yes, they are mine. And if we see everywhere, those who are the managerial positions, their Lord has placed his devotees, not the daityas. He has placed his devotees. So there are not only there are all the primeval positions. Like if suppose uh, the Lord of the Devatas, Indra Dev, then Surya Dev. All these are the devotees of the Lord. So they are the main position holders. So Krishna gives this pada to the devotees only, because that is by natural. Because if we have our own factory, own industry, the main positions will be given to whom? Those who are qualified, of course, those who are qualified, but it will be first preference given to the family members, or first preference will be given to the those who are thinking of the benefit of the company. So it will not be those who are against to the company. So like that, Lord is giving that mahimasana, that greatness, and that position is given to the devotees. And how the devotees will mm, understand that, how devotees take that with a bhakti bhav. So that with that devotion, when devotees practice the devotional service, devotees don't do for the position and all, but Krishna, as a reciprocation, he gives everything. So in the praise of that, uh, Krishna, Brahmaji is telling that just by uh, practicing the practicing the devotion with uh, devotional service with a devotion, uh, bhak- bha- with a bhakti bhav, one can get the all these positions and everything. And that is also a process to understand and to see the God. So because Brahmaji is praying this after seeing the Lord. And how Brahmaji got to see the Lord. So he explained that in 27, 28 sloka, that just by chanting the Gayatri mantra, he got to or see the Lord. He got the darshan of the Lord. And Brahmaji explains that, and so that's why means Brahmanas who do the Gayatri mantra japa, they can see the Lord in their uh, in Lord's holy abode, like Golok Vrindavan. So they get the chance. So they get purified by chanting the Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra it's like I also don't know Brahmana, those who are Brahman initiated, they get the Gayatri mantra, and it kept secret. So those who are Brahmanas, they get the Gayatri mantra, and by chanting it daily 3 times at every Sandhya, they get to see the Lord in the Lord's abode. So we need to be purified to chant that mantra, and then the Guru gives us that Gayatri mantra when we get qualified. And Lord Brahma is telling that just by chanting the Gayatri mantra, he got to see the Lord. And how and then he started this prayers. Ishvara Paramakrishna and Venum Kwanantam Aravinda Dalayataksam. Very beautiful prayers. To hear also it is very beautiful, and the meaning is to more beautiful. So, so I request everyone to chant every day and uh, Brahma Samhita. All the devotees, they should know the Brahma Samhita by heart, all these shlokas. Uh, then then it will be very easy to remember the Lord. When we see the Lord, how we should glorify. That will be easily possible. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.